Hi everyone! The time has come for today's Diamond Star Combat feature showcase. I am one who hears, the creator of Diamond Star Combat. I am very excited to share all of the new features in version 0.13 beta. Up first, let's take a look at some new basic mechanics.
Toggleable Afterburner is finally here in Diamond Star Combat. The Afterburner is a new toggleable setting that can significantly increase the thrust from your fighter jet. To turn it on, set your throttle to above 80% and press the Toggle Afterburner key, which is B by default. Having the Afterburner turned on will accelerate you faster and make it easier to perform loops. But don't use the Afterburner all the time because it consumes 4 times the usual amount of fuel. Modern fighter jets now have a turn assist mode to help beginners stay in the air. If enabled, when your angle of attack gets too high, your turn rate will be lowered, so your angle of attack can return to a safe value. This makes accidentally stalling significantly harder. However, note that an experienced pilot may prefer to turn it off to allow for more advanced maneuvers, like this accelerated landing. In addition to using their brakes on the ground, fighter jets can now use air brakes if they press the special 2 key, which is left alt by default. Use this to slow down while landing, for example. But why would you want to slow down anyway?
How's it going so far? Well, I have a quick reminder. Did you hear that my Nintendo members can now redeem gold points for additional? These new features are already exciting enough, but there's so much more. Please, take a look at this.
Your eyes do not deceive you. This Addon plane is rocketing at 85 meters per second. This is made possible by turning on the Afterburner. When the Afterburner is off, you can only accelerate to the cruise speed. But when the Afterburner is on, you can slowly accelerate to the new, much faster top speed. These new top speeds are 1/8 the real-life top speeds of these jets. It takes a long time and a lot of fuel for a jet to accelerate to its top speed. It is highly recommended to pre-gen a lot of chunks so these high-speed jets don't lag the server too much when they fly into new chunks. But server owners can also set a lower universal top speed in the server config file if they worry about performance. You may have also heard a big boom when the fighter jets flew by. That was a sonic boom, which is a new sound effect in Diamond Star Combat. Even missiles can make sonic booms. Missiles can now reach much faster top speeds and have much further ranges to match the 1/8 real-life scale. Radar ranges have also been significantly increased to keep up with the faster fighter jets. There will be a gameplay video uploaded today showing how a pilot managed to dodge these now much more dangerous missiles. Please note that the main focus of this update is fighter jet physics. The missile physics and radar mechanics will be changed later to better match their real-life performance.
Speed is not the only property that makes this update a little more realistic. Let's continue with some more new features.
Energy management is now an important part of dogfights in Diamond Star Combat. In real life, a fighter jet's turn rate is, in part, proportional to its current speed. Faster planes can turn faster. However, if a pilot tries to turn too quickly, the angle of attack will get too big, leading to increased drag, which leads to a speed dropping, leading to a slower turn rate. Achieving a high sustained turn rate is a delicate balancing act of speed and angle of attack. However, a pilot may choose to cash in on some of their speed for a temporary turn rate increase to land the finishing blow. But if they miss, they are now very slow and vulnerable to a counterattack because it takes a lot more time to accelerate to an optimal speed. These mechanics have been implemented in Diamond Star Combat by simulating each lift surface on a jet. By using the new wind tunnel, we can see the forces caused by each wing on a jet. We can use the /wind tunnel command to observe how the lift surfaces respond to different speeds and angles. More documentation about how this works is in the Diamond Star Combat Wiki on GitHub. Link in the description. Also, the Alexis plane was the primary test vehicle for these new physics. The other fighter jets have not been as thoroughly tuned. We are looking forward to feedback from the community to ensure the Alexis feels as good as possible before finally calibrating everything else. So again, this release is not supposed to be perfect, but it is now finally in a presentable state. Your feedback is much appreciated. Anyway, due to optimal turn rates requiring precise inputs, it sure is a shame most keyboards do not allow for smooth analog inputs.
Hello, DSC Research Lab here. You just saw a sneak peek of the new controller integration screen. You heard that right? Diamond Star Combat now supports controllers like the Nintendo Switch Pro controller and USB flight joystick like the Logitech 3D Pro. Just get in the vehicle and open the vehicle menu by pressing U by default. Then open other settings, then press edit button, joystick binds. We can then add joysticks, analog inputs, or controller buttons as a secondary input mappings. A more in-depth tutorial on how this works will be in the description. If you have any questions, know that one who hears will be on vacation next week, and he is taking the keys to the basement, so I won't be able to respond for him. You sound thirsty.
Thank you, Diamond Star Combat Research Lab. We hope the new controller support enhances your piloting experience.
Can I please go outside for 5 minutes?
That's all for today's feature showcase. Well, actually we have one more announcement. Please take a look at our last video for the day.
chili dog.